Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where we look at the pronunciation of American English words. And these are words that you, the viewers, have requested because you would like some help understanding the pronunciation and being able to use them easily and fluently in your everyday speech. Today's request was from one of our YouTube viewers, and it was for the words precedent and president. And these two words are exactly the same with one exception, and that is in the word precedent, we have the letter C and the sound S. And the word president, we have the letter S and the sound Z. So I can see why it's a little bit confusing knowing which is which, because the main difference is simply voicing, and also because the spelling isn't very straightforward. So the voiceless S sound spelled with C, the voiced Z sound spelled with S. The only other difference between these two is because of the voicing, the first syllable of president is going to be a little longer, and the first syllable of precedent is going to be a little shorter compared to each other. But both words do have first syllable stress, which we can see here with the little line in the dictionary prior to the first syllable. And so in the word precedent, the pre is still the longest syllable. I'm still longer on that syllable than I am on the ident, precedent. I have lax vowels in the two unstressed syllables. So my first vowel, in both words, is the tense red tent vowel, and I'm going to spell it with letter E because that's how we usually spell the sound, thinking about the pre, and making sure that you don't use pre or pre for this pre. Pre can also say pra in some words in American English, but in both of these words it says the pre vowel. Then I'm going to have my lax I vowel and an unstressed schwa. You may also hear people saying it with more of an I vowel. It doesn't matter too much if I'm using or I in that last syllable. I want to be light and fast on it. Precedent, precedent. President, I have the same stretched first syllable, and I move to my Z sound. So here's where my vowel duration is going to be a little longer. That'll help you hear the difference between president and precedent. And then I have the same ident, short unstressed syllables at the end. Once I can say precedent and president easily and fluently by themselves, I want to start trying to use them in some short sentences. And this might be helpful for you as well if you're wanting to make sure you're using the correct pronunciation for the correct word. So let's try a sentence with precedent. He set the precedent with his great behavior. We'll have to check what the precedent is in this situation. President. The president is elected by the Electoral College. Presidents around the world are trying to deal with the pandemic for their countries. Okay, so now that you can say precedent and president, you can practice those words. Thank you so much for that suggestion, and for all of you who've made requests and suggestions for Word of the Day. If you have a word you'd like to hear me cover in our Word of the Day series, please feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for the next Word of the Day class. Tomorrow's Friday, so we'll also have our Friday live question and answer class. And you can come to that at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time here in the US, and ask your questions. So if you would like help with a specific word, a sound pattern, something that you've been working on that you would like to hear me answer live, this is a great opportunity to do that. We meet each week on Fridays, and it's a wonderful opportunity to improve American English pronunciation, intonation, anything to do with your overall American accent and American English. So I hope you'll join me for that. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye guys. See you tomorrow.